For the second time, a big political donation has raised some questions about journalistic objectivity in the parent company of Fox News. Politico.com reporting that the News Corporation contributed $1 million over the summer to the U.S. Chamber of Commerce, which heavily supports Republican efforts to retake Congress in November. It's not unusual for a media company to donate to political parties or campaigns. What is unusual is the lump sum amount that News Corporation donated. Time Warner, by the way, our parent company, the parent company of CNN, has donated smaller amounts to both Democratic and Republican organizations. But let's talk about this with Howard Kurtz. He's the media writer for The Washington Post, the host of CNN's Reliable Sources. What do you make of this, Howie?
Well, Wolf, you gave the right caveat, which is that major media corporations do this, and it doesn't necessarily cast aspersions on the journalism, but Rupert Murdoch is a savvy guy, so is Roger Ailes. They had to know that by putting out these seven-figure donations to the Republican governors, now the Chamber of Commerce, that they would just reinforce the criticism that's already out there that Fox News is somehow allied with or in the pocket of the GOP.
But there's other, the Time Warner, General Electric, which is the parent company of NBC. They give a lot of money as well, but what you're saying is not necessarily as a lump sum. Is that what you're seeing and hearing?
Nothing approaching a $1 million lump sum, but also, although News Corp has contributed to some Democratic groups and candidates in the past, this is so unbalanced for the Fair and Balanced Network to give $2 million to, in one case, the Republican Party, in another case, a business lobby that works closely with the Republican Party, that at a time when President Obama, as you know, just the other day, criticized Fox News for having a destructive point of view, this does create the perception problem, even though it's the parent company, it's not the journalists, not the news executives, create the perception problem that Fox is somehow pro-Republican.
Same time, Rupert Murdoch testified this week before Congress and in effect supported amnesty for some illegal immigrants, which goes against a lot of that Republican conservative base.
And he wasn't quite as funny as Stephen Colbert, who testified before the same House committee on the same subject the other day, Wolf. But it's interesting because Murdoch, guy who grew up in Australia, obviously feels strongly about this issue of immigration, but he got hammered by some of the Democratic members of that committee for what they see as anti-immigrant views that are promoted or featured on Fox News. And Murdoch shot back, well, we are open to all points of view on Fox News. We're not promoting any one point of view. He wanted to deliver a message on Capitol Hill, but that was undermined by the news network that he owns.
Howard Kurtz, thanks very much for that. This programming note to our viewers, you can join Howie every Sunday morning, 11 a.m. Eastern. He hosts CNN's Reliable Sources.